Because putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Quick toss to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. It's complete to the right. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that...
Intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating group.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. Reads it, fires complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick strike complete. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. They'll line up for a second down play. Using his feet. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on fourth. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Grabbed in the middle. It's Polk. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air, it's Russell. Got a man, it's Cox. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got a man, it's Polk. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute time.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. LSU quick to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Wants to keep it in the air. Bringing the heat. And he'll just get rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Quick touch pass to the receiver. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Offense in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete on the right side. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The inside handoff. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Russell. Under fire. Hit as he throws. On target to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be a...
Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, here he has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
He's got it inside the 15. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He's got it for a big play. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Fires left. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Now adjusting. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to...
Zips one guy, now he's loose. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to try to get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Play caller right here. I'm a little bit frustrated, and I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They feed him again, and there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. To the ground, he's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Russell. A strike downfield. He picks it up, still on his feet. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Lee. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Touchdown, Alabama! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. The Red Hawks of Miami are just steamrolling their way to victory. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up 14 over Bowling Green. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He's going to fire deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. From the gun. Fires to the middle. Got him, and nobody's close. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Tigers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Scrambling away. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Off the RPO, complete. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Spin, still running. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible. Clock tick away.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Dropping back, it's Russell. Quarterback extends the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down and they're down to the 42. LSU right back to the line.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw, and it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Got the tight end outside. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. He did it right there.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Trying play action. Floating away. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
This is a huge 3rd down. They need a score to win this game, and they're not getting a ton of yards these last 2 plays. An incompletion followed by a short gain on a run. You got to be able to pick something here on the 3rd down basket and go to your best player and not overthink this.
Flushed out of the pocket. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
You got to give the defense credit on that. With the lead late in this game, quarterback out of the pocket, he's flushed, he's trying to find something positive, but those guys stay on their man. They're not giving anything easy to this QB, forcing him to throw it away.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups. Let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. 4th quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent and